Hey everyone, what's happening? Sorry I'm so late because I had some technical issues with going live. So I've just started now, guys. I've missed the only thing we've missed so far was the Sanchez sending off the red card for the Chelsea goalkeeper. And now, just now, Fernandes scored for Man United. They're just checking on the VAR to see if it's offside or not. I'm so sorry, guys. I do apologise, but every Saturday I work and I come home exactly around the time that these games start. So until I set up and get ready, and then I had technical issues as well. So I missed the red card, and now I've just seen the goal getting scored by Fernandes. So they're checking the offside now to see, because it's very marginal. It doesn't look like there's much in it. I believe he's onside, but let's just see what the VAR says, and we take it from there. So we've missed the first 10, sort of 13 minutes. Well, I haven't missed it. I watched it, but I wasn't live. So we're live now. So let's go. Hopefully we're not missing anything else. I hope everything is good. Sound check. Everything is nice. It's taking a long time just to check for an offside. I don't understand. This is what I mean with football and this VAR. Yeah, it's a goal. Bruno Fernandes. 1-0 Manchester United. His 100th goal for the club, guys. Bruno Fernandes. Great crossing. Chalobah tried to step up, couldn't. I think it was Udogie that headed it back in. Yeah, Udogie headed it in, and then Bruno Fernandes finished it off. It's actually a striker's goal. The fact that a midfielder got it, it's really, really good. But it's one of those poacher's goals, you know. Saw the ball coming in, run, stuck his leg out, and it went in. Right, 1-0 Manchester United, guys. Bruno Fernandes' 100th goal for the club. Let me know, Man United fans. Is that a good thing? Are you happy about that? Are you still happy with your captain, or still disappointed with your captain? Let us know. Casemiro, yellow card. I had a feeling that Man United are going to start strong. There's been a lot of criticism regarding the club. There's a lot of criticism regarding Ruben Amorim, and justifiable too, because they are absolutely disastrous this season. They ended disastrous last season, and they haven't started well, but they're on the attack now. Let's go. Let's see what they can do. Udogie. Mbomo Curler. Sorry, I say Udogie. I mean Dogu. I keep calling him Udogie. It's Dogu. But a great shot by Mbomo. On the left foot. Tried to curl it. Bend it into the top corner. Just a bit out. But as I was saying, yeah, so it's justifiable criticism, because Man United, the size that they are, the club and the history that they have, they shouldn't be where they are. I mean, obviously, as an Arsenal fan, I don't care, and even if they get relegated, it's just the fact that for the Premier League, by the way, the offside and onside for Bruno Fernandes, it is literally on the line, like it's toe to toe. Like if he had one toe a little bit further out, it would have been across the line. Looks like Chelsea want to put on Esteval. Oh no, it's Andre Santos. Bear with me. Sorry, it's Andre Santos. Chelsea recently as well, with these 74 charges that they've been getting. It's not looking great for Chelsea, to be honest with you. I was never a fan of Maresca. I never thought that he's a good manager. Also, the players Chelsea have, other than João Pedro, Caicedo, Reece James, Neto, and Cole Palmer, I think the rest, especially the defence, I don't think it's good enough. I don't think it's good enough for them to be able to challenge, for them to be able to be anywhere around sort of the Champions League spots this season. You know, Cole Palmer coming off as well. It looks like he's injured again. Yeah, so Cole Palmer's come off and Andre Santos has come on. So it's going from bad to worse for Chelsea. So a man send off, a goal down, and now their best player is come off injured. Looks like he's carrying a knock, you know, and he's just literally come back. So it's very, very sad for Chelsea. But as I was saying, it's really not looking good for Chelsea, to be honest with you. A lot of dodgy stuff was happening during the Abramovich era. You're talking about a lot of players coming on a dodgy, you know, in a dodgy way. Players like Hazard, players like Willian, and some other ones as well. Very dodgy. So a lot of their trophies now, instead of having stars, like a lot of people saying, it looks like they need to put asterisks on them, because them and Manchester United, a lot of dodgy business, guys. A lot of dodgy wins as well. Now Chelsea on the attack. Santos. Cucurella with a crossing. And Man United clear. It looks like it's a corner for Chelsea. Masraoui tried to head it out to get a throw instead of a corner, but unlucky. It's a corner for Chelsea now. It was a good run by Cucurella, and he tried to do a cross to get it into the box, sort of for somebody to get a head on it, but I couldn't make it. He got blocked. Right, this year looks like Chelsea's got the same amount of goals from corners as Arsenal. 4 goals from corners, guys. That's impressive for Chelsea. I thought we were the set piece FC. Everyone's calling us set piece FC, but it looks like Chelsea's set piece FC too. Right, corner from Chelsea. Cleared by Man United. Shot by Caicedo, but it wasn't going nowhere. Right, United. Dogu on the attack. Oof, he tried to play Ahmad in, but he lost the ball, unfortunately. Both teams, to be honest with you, are playing very dodgy. They're not playing really good. They're not really keeping possession very well. They are, you know, it looks like Manchester United and Chelsea, to be honest with you, although Manchester United have been doing a little bit worse than Chelsea, but they do look like they're around the same level. And I did expect Man United to win today, to be honest with you. My score prediction was 2-1 to United. 1, because they're playing at home, so they're a little bit stronger at home. 2, as well as a lot of pressure on these players, and there's a lot of pressure on Ruben Amorim. Now, there has been rumours that they are talking to Gareth Southgate. I don't know how much is in that. I don't know how much of that is truth. But it looks like they're thinking of a change. The thing is, with the Manchester United fans, they look like they're split. Some definitely wanting to go now. Some saying that, look, listen, we can't keep chopping and changing. You know, it doesn't benefit the club. It doesn't help anything, because the new manager is going to come in. He's going to have the same players. He's going to try and put his system in. And if they can't work to his system, and then again it's going to go bad, and then they sack him again, and then they get another manager. So the other half of Manchester United fans are saying, you know, just keep him. Let's give him some time. But how much time do you give him? How much time do you give him? How much money do you give him? And, you know, should there be a new policy at all football clubs, or especially clubs that are in the same situation as Manchester United, that they give them literally a 1-year contract? See how he does within 1 year, or 6 months, or 8 months, and if it's not going well, get the next person in. Don't wait too long. It looks like Ineos and Sir Ratcliffe, I should say. I was going to say Richard Branson, but Mr. Ratcliffe himself is in the stand. Ferguson's in the stand next to Sam Allardyce as well. And you know what they say? When it rains, it pours, and it's raining in Manchester right now. And it's not just raining; it's pouring, guys. By the way, sorry if you see the plastics hanging on the wall, but my house is getting refurbished. I quickly had to just remove it from the rest of it, but a lot of painting, decorating is happening, so don't mind the plastics or whatever you see, okay, guys? But yeah, and that's another reason why I had to rush today. I had to wait for the builders to leave the room. They were still working and cleaning in my room that I work in. And then as I'm starting to stream and I wanted to go live, I started to have problems going on live. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. So today was a bit of a mess up. Hopefully this week everything will be done and we will be back in business correctly, guys, with preview shows, review shows, the podcast, the watch alongs. All of that's going to get tidy, all of that's going to get properly done, guys. Just bear with me. Yeah, a lot of things have been happening that has stalled my content creating, so just bear with me and everything will be alright, guys. Don't worry, I got you. I wonder if Garnacho at some point is going to either score or do something good against United. That's going to hurt them, because a lot of the ex-United players, by the way, guys, which is very strange as well, but as you can tell, I can't remember one Man United player of the recent times leaving and not doing very well at the other clubs he goes to. I mean, you can say Jadon Sancho, but at Chelsea, but Jadon Sancho, when he left to go to Dortmund on loan from United, again went over there and showed why Man United came in for him in the first place. Did the business for Dortmund as well. Leslie Fofana with a great tackle. But every other player that I know of, you're talking about from Anthony to, if you saw Rashford, not yesterday, day before yesterday, against Newcastle for Barcelona. And then you have the boys that went to Napoli, Rasmus Højlund and McTominay. Like, I don't think any player has left Manchester United and has actually gone even worse. So that's, that speaks volumes, and that's very detrimental to Man United, because it shows that it's the club that's the problem, not so much the players. You can argue and say, well, when they were here together in this team, they couldn't perform or they weren't performing, but then still, I mean, it's got nothing to do with that. There is something rotten at United, rotten to the core, and they're not putting their finger on it. They're not figuring out what exactly it is. It kind of all. Hold on, free kick from Mbeumo, straight to the keeper. I can't really say it started exactly when Ferguson left, obviously, but it seems like Alex Ferguson left United as a poisoned chalice, as if he knew that it's only going to go downhill from where he left it. Now, if he did have that knowledge, or if he did feel that it was going downward, then it's really terrible that he had left the club in that state. He got the most out of the club throughout the years that he was there, sucked the club dry, him and the Glazers. And then when he decided to go and hand it over to the chosen one, which is, I'm not talking about Mourinho obviously, because he was the special one, but apparently, David Moyes was chosen by Sir Alex Ferguson to take over after him. Free kick given against Cucurella to Man United. So there's something rotten and they can't put their finger on it, and it's a shame. It's a shame because a club that used to compete with Real Madrid economically, footballing wise, trophy wise. Obviously, they haven't they haven't won the Champions League as much as Real Madrid. But at some point in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, Manchester United was a more richer and bigger club than Real Madrid. But since their fall, Real Madrid has just stepped up their game, won another 5 Champions League or 6 Champions Leagues in that time, and numerous other trophies, and United is just going backwards and backwards and backwards, and it's sad. Now United's under attack. De Ligt tried to throw it into the box, nobody really there. Let's go. Mazraoui on the right hand side. De Ligt tried to cross it in, but nobody did. Chelsea clear it. Dogu. Oh yeah, so United, it's not looking good. But if they do win this game, and if they can string a couple of games together, and Buemo with a cross, unlucky. If they can win like 2-3 games in a row, and they can climb up the table, the tides might change, and then Ruben Amorim might actually start realizing how to play with this team, how to play with these players. But the play is very simple. The players at United are just not good enough. If you compare this team now today with the teams in the 90s of United, or even the mid 2000s, there is a vast difference in the quality of players that are on the pitch. Like, let's talk about the 90s, for example. They don't have a Cantona, right? They don't have a Scholes. They don't have a Giggs. Like in the current team now, not one of these players would be fit to clean the boots of the Manchester United players they had throughout the whole of Sir Alex Ferguson's reign. Now, what astonishes me is that Fernandes on the attack, and Buemo plays it to Ahmad on the right hand side, crosses it in. No, not yet. Just to play it. Oh my god, that was disgusting. It went out. He tried to play it, tried to cross it into Casemiro, tried to play it, but the ball went out. It's a Chelsea goal kick. Yeah, so the players the players are not they're not on the same level, the same standards, and yeah, you could tell me, yeah, but Ferguson. By the way, the ball went into the net by Casemiro, but it was too late because Ahmad had already kicked it out, and the referee blew the whistle. What is strange is the fact that so there were people around. Surely the scouting network or the footballing people at United, surely not everybody left after Ferguson left. Surely not everybody said, oh yeah, Ferguson is packing it up, so I'm gonna go pack it up. Surely some people stayed. Surely some of the scouting network, some of the coaches, the other staff members that have been there for years. Hold on, Chelsea's on the attack. João Pedro's on the attack. Oof. Great tackle by Mazraoui. Mazraoui's got it now. Running with it. Mbuemo plays it back to Mazraoui. Mazraoui's running with it on the right hand side. He crosses it. He passes it. Ooh, great touch by Fernandes. Šeško now. That's going to be his first goal. He gives it to Ahmad. Ahmad shoots. Mbuemo. Ahmad crosses it. Mazraoui, and the flag's up, and it's a offside. Free kick for Chelsea. They're still checking for a penalty, by the way. It looks like Mazraoui fouled João Pedro, and the VAR is checking for a penalty. It does look like a penalty, It doesn't get any of the ball. Mazraoui does get No, it doesn't look like he gets any of the ball. It looked like that in the beginning, but Maresca's frustrated and he's shouting and he's saying that's definitely a penalty. I'll be honest with you, it looks like that. Oh, they're checking it. No, deemed not a penalty. Okay. Fair enough. Did look like a penalty to me, to be honest. Well, back to what I was saying. So yeah, Sesko chasing the ball. Is he going to get there? No. So even a player like Sesko, for example. Jorgensen didn't clear it properly. One more to Sesko. Fofana tidies up. Corner for Manchester United. Let's see if they can do anything from this. Yeah, so even players like Sesko, obviously he's still young, so you can't really tell. But they did the same thing with Højlund, and some other players. It's just the players that they're going for. And you're talking about what previously was known as either the number 1 or number 2 richest club in the world. And Dogu with a header in the box, and Chelsea clear it. No, it's not cleared yet. 2-0 Man United. Is that Sesko? Is that Sesko's? Casemiro with a header in the goal. It's 2-0 Manchester United. Listen, it looks like it might turn into a drubbing today for Chelsea. 36 minute in, Man United 2, Chelsea 0. I did have a feeling about this today. I even predicted United to win. I had United to win at 2-1. It's 2-0 already, so obviously it looks like unless they throw it away and they give Chelsea gifts, they let them back in the game. That was a great play. So it came from a corner. Buemo to Fernandes. Fernandes to Mazraoui. Mazraoui throws the ball into the box. Long ball into the box. Chelsea tried to clear it. Reece James tried to clear it. Man United come back in. And somebody headers it towards Casemiro, and then Casemiro headers it in. I couldn't tell who. Oh, what's happening? Seems like there's a bit of a bust up that went on. Fernandes and Luke Shaw seemed like they was arguing. Oh, the two captains are going to speak to the ref now. I don't know what's exactly happened because they didn't show it, but looks like Luke Shaw and Endo Fernandes. Yeah, so Luke Shaw ran up to Enzo Fernandez and just kind of like shoulder barged him, and then they started to have a little bit of a argy-bargy, and everybody else got involved, and the ref came, pulled the two captains over, told them settle down your crew and let's get busy. But yeah, as I was saying, so Dogu. So Mazraoui throws it into the box. Dogu headed it back in. Chelsea tried to clear it, but then Luke Shaw came and headed it towards Casemiro, and Casemiro headed it in. Well, finally Luke Shaw has done something for Manchester United, because that boy there has not paid United anything back. Anything. This boy's been there for years, made of glass, constantly getting injured, and never doing anything other than that. So finally he's put in a bit of effort and got United. Well, I presume they're going to give him the assist. But Chelsea with 10 men in trouble. It's going from bad to worse to even worse. First it started off with the sending off, red card for Sanchez, and then Chelsea defense lose the ball. Ahmad on the ball. He tried to look for Mbeumo, but Chelsea cleared. They're very, very lucky there. That should have been Manchester United's third goal. Had Manchester United been in better form and been playing better, it would have been 3-0 Manchester United right now. They are looking hungry, I must say. Man United at home, even when they played against Arsenal, this is what I mean. They're playing much different at home than they're playing away from home. It seems like when they go away from home, they play with a bit of fear. But in front of their own fans, they're putting on the show. It's turning out to be the theatre of dreams today, because they are in dreamland right now. But don't forget as well, Chelsea coming off of a Champions League loss. Yeah, they have enough players to rotate, but a lot of these players played in that game against Bayern Munich, and they played away against Bayern Munich, and that's never easy. Going to the Allianz Arena in front of those fans, it's like a cauldron in there. So it's like, as a football player with that kind of pressure, with that kind of and Bayern Munich again, not an easy team to play. Very strong, very physical, very fast paced as well. Harry Kane with his brace. So yeah, there's a bit of tired legs at inside the Chelsea team, but I don't know if you can use that as an excuse. They have enough players to rotate. They're just not playing as well. But and to be honest with you, Man United was due a win anyway. Surely they wouldn't have lost 3 on the bounce. Ahmad's getting frustrated. I'm not sure why. He tackled the Chelsea player and then went to the crowd. And what they started doing? They want the volume to go up, and it's a bit weird that this is the new fashion for football players, to kind of rile up the crowd and get them to start singing more and get louder. Well, listen, why don't you do something for them to get behind you? Because I'm telling you, Man United have not had a lot to cheer about recently. So why don't the players do something first before they tell the crowd to keep cheering? But it's only when they're winning. Oh my God! Look, Cole Palmer, Esteval, and Garnacho on the bench. I wonder if they're gonna put Garnacho on today. Imagine Garnacho goes to Chelsea from Manchester United, and now he's watching Manchester United beat Chelsea at Old Trafford. The irony behind it is like you can't make this stuff up. You can't write a script like that. The irony behind it is that he went there, and now he's come back with Chelsea against his old team, and he's watching them lose. I guess it was the draw of the Champions League. Oh, Mbeumo tried to chase the ball, but Chelsea clears up. Chalobah, Cucurella. Given to Santos, and then Santos gives it away. Man United on attack. Sesko. Unlucky corner, Man United. Oh, it's a foul. Free kick to Chelsea. I tell you what, it's pouring in Man United. All the United fans are just desperate to see their new striker score. So far nothing, and that's sad, but they're trying. Masraoui got fouled. Looks like it's a yellow card for Cucurella. Yeah, looks like a foul for Cucurella. Well, he got the ball. You got the ball and you got the man as well. 6 of this, half a dozen of the other. But it looks like it's might just be a free kick for Man United. They're checking to see if it was dangerous play, with Chelsea already having a man sent off. If they send off another player, whoa, it's doom and gloom for Chelsea. It does make me happy, I must say. I don't like Chelsea, man. I don't like them. I don't like their fans either. They're too cocky. Those trophies they won, they cheated to win those. And not only that, they always give it the biggins, like they're some huge club, like they're a big club. You guys are not, okay? If it wasn't for oil money and corruption, you lot would have been a mid-table team that nobody cared about. But corruption and oil money talks. Free kick for Man United. Bruno Fernandes on the ball. See, I don't mind other teams winning trophies. I'm a fan of football. But do it in a fair way. Do it in the correct way. Don't do it in a corrupt, cheating way. And then you want to boast to everyone how you're some great European club. And, you got 2 Champions Leagues. And Arsenal doesn't have no European glory. No, because we do things correctly. Because we're a proper club. We don't cheat our way to victory. No, we don't. We won a whole season unbeaten, fair and square. Nobody can come up to us and say, oh no, you lot cheated or bought it, or a checkbook got pulled out for you lot to win this. No, none of that. So that's why when these Chelsea fans, oh, you don't have a European trophy, oh, but you don't have a trophy, that's everyone's argument against Arsenal. It's like, oh, you haven't won nothing in Europe. No, we haven't. Well, we have back in the day, but not in the recent years. No, but we're always competing. We're always in the competitions. We're always talked about either favourites or one of the favourites or dark horses or whatever. We've never been a team that, people don't look at, we're not a team when they look at us in the Champions League and they think, oh, they're not going nowhere. No, that's Tottenham. Tottenham is one of those teams when they're in the Champions League, people know, they ain't going nowhere. That final they got to was a fluke and they got beaten by a rubbish Liverpool side, We had to play the best Barcelona team of the century. Yeah, literally. You're talking about Ronaldinho, Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Puyol, Ludovic Juli, Eto'o. They never came. You can say the Neymar, Messi, Suarez team was good as well. But no, I'm sorry. They had Rijkaard as a manager. They had unbelievable players, and Messi was just hitting his peak, starting to hit his peak. He wasn't a young boy anymore. He was at that time the best player in the world. So you're talking about a team with the best player in the world. Who did Tottenham go up against? Liverpool, that luckily made it through to the final again. And they wasn't even firing at all cylinders anyway. But yeah, Tottenham is one of those clubs that people look at them and it's like, oh, you're a waste of time. You're just making up the numbers in the Champions League. Ooh, doggy with a cross. Unlucky. Chelsea clears it. But yeah, so Chelsea and other fans, when they're talking about Arsenal and they're talking about, oh, you guys haven't won anything, you guys haven't won in Champions League. No, because when we win it, it's going to be worth something, because it's going to be deserved. It's going to be on footballing merit. It's not going to be on some Bray came in and just started buying up whoever he wanted corruptedly. Paying agents and players under the table and signing on fees under the table. 74 charges. 74 charges. I'm waiting for the day somebody comes and tells me Arsenal is going to get charged by the FA or by FIFA or by UEFA. Oh my God. I doubt you will ever hear something like that. And there's another topic that I'm going to speak about in the podcast that I'm really a bit, it's really getting on my nerves. But it's just this agenda by a lot of these Liverpool pundits or former Liverpool players and a lot of Liverpool kind of journalists, Liverpool fan journalists and whatever. There's this dirty agenda that's going on against Arsenal, and it's making me absolutely sick, and I don't like it. And the way they're doing it in a very subtle way, as if they're doing it I'm just giving my opinion, but I know what they're doing, and I don't like it, and I'm very disappointed in a lot of them. But I don't want to talk about it now because it's one of the topics I want to speak about in my podcast. So please turn in for the gun shop talk, guys. That's gun with double N, shortened for gunners. So welcome to the gun shop talk. Please look out for it and watch the first episode. It's going to be really good. Oh, Casemiro, second yellow, got a red card. Oh my days. What is going on? Sanchez gets sent off in the first half, and then Casemiro I mean, sorry, the first 10 minutes. Then Casemiro gets a yellow card 5 minutes later, and then he goes and makes a ridiculous foul like that, knowing that he's on a yellow card. Why would you do that to your team? I mean, he got the ball, but why would he do that? That's ridiculous. Look, listen, this is typical Manchester United. They go 2-0 up. A yellow card for who? Ruben Amorim. This is the thing. They go... No, Chelsea. So it's for Maresca. That's another yellow card for Maresca. He got one in Europe as well, I believe. But Casemiro red card. That's ridiculous. But he's an experienced player. Like, that's probably the only player you can say that would have made it in any other Manchester United team, whether on the pitch or on the bench. That's their best player. And the most experienced player. That's very strange. That's very strange. But look, it's on equal terms now. Both teams have a man sent off. So let's see what Chelsea can do. But this is typical Manchester United. Give themselves a mountain to climb. You're 2-0 up. Look, they're going to... Oof, I thought Cucurella was going to score. Cucurella nearly scored. And it would have been 2-1. Let me see that again. Who passed that? Caicedo? Yeah, oh, Caicedo, what a player. Great ball by Caicedo. Cucurella obviously being a defender, not having no striker's boots. If that was any other players, midfield, the striker, that would have been a goal. However, it had to be a defender being there. So it's still 2-0 United. Oh yeah, look, Ruben Amorim is not happy, I'll tell you that. Frustrated with Casemiro. Yeah, because it was unnecessary. It was a foul on Santos, and it was just unnecessary. You don't have the legs to chase, get one of your colleagues or one of your teammates to go chase it down and cover you. Pardon me. Yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous. Casemiro, what was you thinking, man? And it's like, you know, it can never go smoothly for Man United recently, or for Ruben Amorim, I should say. There's always something. And look, I know it's the end of the first half. There's only a couple of minutes left, but look, Chelsea's gone into second gear now. They're thinking, yeah, this is our opportunity, this is our chance. If we get a goal before this the end of the half, we'll come out strong in the second half, possibly draw it back to 2-2 early, and then maybe even win 3-2. Okay, I tell you, it's not looking good for United. They keep showing Garnacho like as if, I don't know what. Are they going to play him? I wonder what the reception is going to be like for when he comes on the pitch. Are they going to? I'm sure they're going to boo him, because I think he said a lot of stuff before he left. But at the end of the day, he did play. He did score some wonderful goals. I remember that overhead kick, very similar to the Rooney one. And I tell you what, that was great defending. De Ligt, great defending. I know they were happy and they were so gassed with him when they had him at that time. And especially when he scored that goal. Oh, watch the next Ronaldo, blah, 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 this and that, Argentinian, whatever. And then it all went pear-shaped from there, I tell you. Oof. Chelsea are trying to play through the middle, which I don't understand. It's so congested in the middle of the park. Fernandes with a great ball, unlucky. Oof! Fernandes got the ball. Oh yeah, that was Enzo Fernandes, but not Bruno Fernandes. The Chelsea Fernandes. That's first half finished, guys, at 54 minutes Oh my days! All this time, and I didn't even change. Sorry guys, see what I mean? Again with the scoreline. Well, ignore what the scoreline says on my stream, but it's 2-0 United. Right, so yeah, it's Chelsea 2. United 2, Chelsea 0. It's a decent game. It's not very boring. It's not very spicy. But it's pouring down it with rain in Manchester, so the ball is moving across the pitch very smoothly, very nice. Obviously, a lot of players slipping, falling. But it's a pretty decent game. It started off. The first 10 minutes, it started off very fast. United constantly on the attack. As Buemo was going in, Sanchez came out and fouled him. It was an instant red card by the ref. Sanchez got sent off. A lot of changes Chelsea made very early. Esteval came off. Palmer came off. And there was another player that came off because they had to change the goalkeeper, obviously. I forgot the name of that player, but they took 3 players off. Then not long after that, Bruno Fernandes scored a goal. A header from Udogu, I should say. A header from Dogu. Fernandes scored it. They checked on VAR to see if it was offside. It wasn't, so great goal by Bruno Fernandes. And then a while after, about maybe 20 minutes, half an hour later, Masraoui on the right hand side puts a great cross in. Dogu headers it back towards goal. Dogu heads it back, and Casemiro is there to finish it off with a header as well. So Dogu heads it back to goal, and Casemiro standing by the back post, and they just headed it in, and that's 2-0 Manchester United. So they've done very well. However, not too long ago, in injury time, Casemiro, who was already on a yellow card, decided to bring Santos down. And when he brought Santos down in a way like he rugby challenged him, although he got the ball, but he just fully pulled him back. It's a very strange foul. It's very strange that he'd do that knowing that he's on a yellow card. The only thing I can think of is that he wanted to get out of the rain because they're all soaking wet. And him being a Brazilian, he might be thinking, listen man, I'm done my duty, I'm an old man, let me just come off. But I'm not saying that's what he did, but it's just speculation. But it was just very strange. I always say he's one of those lost his head, Gordon against Liverpool, and who else was it recently that had a heads gone tackle? It was Gordon against Liverpool, and then it was, I forgot, but it was another game where the player literally ripped the socks. Oh man, I forgot. But yeah, there's been a few of these tackles recently where you just gotta say, "Where's your head at? Where's your head at? Where's your head at?" It's very strange, some of these tackles that people make. I understand, yeah, you want to go in hard and you want to let the players know and welcome them to the game, or you want to just show your presence, or you want to, just leave a mark on them. But I never understood that. I never was a player like that. I still am not a player like that. I just like to play fair and nice, and I'm not trying to hurt anyone, and I don't want anyone to get injured. But me, when I play, a lot of time I do get that. I get that a lot on Sunday League because I'm a bit of a creative player. So when they see me and I'm running about and I'm creating things and I'm making those good passes, it's like they're trying to break me just to get me off the pitch. But yeah, here we go. So this is the red card. That was very rash. So he's already outside on the D. Caicedo sleeping, and Buemo tries to get it. Sanchez comes out. He knows nobody's covering. And he literally just kicks him in his thighs like this madness. Obviously, you can tell he's trying to go for the ball, but it's so badly timed and it's so ugly. Yeah, so Esteval came off for the keeper to come on. Jorgensen or whatever his name is. But then he makes another change and he brings up another defender. He takes off Neto to bring on, and Neto was not happy, I'll be honest with you. Neto is very angry. He wasn't even happy with the play that was coming on. Even he was confused. Like, why is he angry with me? And then not long after, Cole Palmer comes off. But yeah, you can see Sanchez tried to go for the ball, but it's very weird. It's so untidy. It's so awkward. Alright, this is the first goal. It's literally both the goals are exactly the same, by the way, except for the first one, Bruno Fernandes finishes it with his foot. The second one, Casemiro is ahead. So it's Masraoui on the right hand side, crosses it in. He's looking for Dogu. Dogu heads it in. It seems like this is something they've practiced, because Dogu heads it back in, and then Fernandes finishes it off. The second goal started off from a corner, so Fernandes plays it to Mbuemo. Sorry, Mbuemo plays it to Fernandes. Fernandes sees Masraoui. Masraoui crosses it in. As he crosses it in, Dogu heads it back towards goal. But this time, a Chelsea player, Reece James, tried to clear it. He just kicked it up in the air. As he kicked it up in the air, Luke Shaw saw that. Luke Shaw came, jumped, headed it towards the back post, and there was Casemiro to finish it off with his own head. So it was a great goal. The first goal, second goal, both of them was really, really good. But then after that, not long after that, Casemiro gets sent off as well. It's just all. Both the fouls or the tackles or the challenges were heads gone from the keeper and then from Casemiro as well. Very strange, but it is what it is. Either way, it's 2 for United, 0 for Chelsea. Now, as we're waiting for the second half to start, let's go and have a look at today's Premier League results, because a lot of great results in today, guys. So let's start from the top. So the early kickoff today was Liverpool-Everton. Liverpool win 2, Everton 1. So Liverpool with another win. Obviously I was at work, so I didn't get to see. I'm gonna have to watch the highlights. Next game, Burnley Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest ended up drawing, so 1-1. So not all doom and gloom for Ange Postecoglou, although they got kicked out of the Carabao Cup, I believe, by Swansea. They were 2-0 up and it ended up losing 3-2. But they drew today, so Burnley 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Then another game that I had picked up, that I had chosen as the spicy one of the weekend, which was Brighton versus Tottenham. Now Brighton went up 2 at the beginning. Tottenham ended up getting one back, and then they ended up getting the second back. So they ended up finishing 2-2. So a draw for Tottenham and a draw for Burnley Nottingham Forest. Then the next game, West Ham Crystal Palace. Now I had West Ham to win this 2-1. However, Crystal Palace ended up winning 2-1. So West Ham 1, Crystal Palace 2, which is not good. It's really bad for Graham Potter, because it looks like West Ham might be going down, guys. It's not really looking good. They lose again today against Crystal Palace, which is a London derby. Then the next game, Wolves versus Leeds. Now Wolves scored, I believe, in the first half, because I got the notification that Wolves scored. But then literally not long after that, I started getting notifications from Leeds. So it ended up being Wolves 1, Leeds 3. Wolves, another team looking like they're going down, guys. It's not looking good for them at all. When they went 1-0 up, I was, and they're a good team. Although, they lost a lot of players, they still play very good football. So it's really sad what's happening there. But yeah, Leeds, a promoted side, doing very well. Another win for them. And then now we're watching the Man United Chelsea game, which is obviously Man United 2, Chelsea 0. And then later today we have Fulham versus Brentford. See how that goes, guys. And but tomorrow is the one. Tomorrow is going to be Arsenal, Manchester City. Make sure you tune in, guys. It's going to be a great watch along. But there's a few games on tomorrow. So you got Sunderland, Aston Villa, and Bournemouth, Newcastle. That should be a spicy one too. Bournemouth, Newcastle, to be honest with you. I did have Brighton, Tottenham as the spicy one for the weekend. But now that I'm looking at it, Bournemouth, Newcastle might be spicy too. But I don't know. I haven't watched any of the other matches, so it depends on the highlights tonight when I'm watching the highlights and see how it goes, and I can tell you which one was actually the spicy one of the weekend. So yeah, guys, that's the scores for today. Let's see what's happening tomorrow. Well, Liverpool with another win. They're just not losing, guys. I don't know. I can't see anyone beating them, because they've played quite a few teams that are like banana peels, that are slip-up games, but they're not losing, man. You're talking about 5-5, man. They got 15 points, Their goal difference is not bad. They got the most goals, most wins. Yeah, it depends on what happens tomorrow, but if we do win, and we're only 3 points behind them, which is just one game. But you know what's funny as well? Antoine Semenyo, 3 goals. He's only 2 behind Haaland. He's ahead of Hugo Ekitike. But wait, hold on a minute. So where is Gyökeres? Gyökeres has got 3 and 4 as well, isn't he? Or am I bugging out? Yeah, so there's a lot of players on 3. So at the moment, Erling Haaland with 5 is top goal scorer in the Premier League. Next is Antoine Semenyo, obviously alphabetical order, but Antoine Semenyo, Hugo Ekitike, Jadon Anthony, Richarlison, and Victor Gyökeres all on 3 goals each. So they're all second place. But obviously, the others are a game ahead of Victor Gyökeres, so let's see what he does tomorrow. He did score a hat-trick against Man City in the Champions League last season, but I was obviously with Sporting Lisbon. So let's see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what he can do against Manchester City tomorrow. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, 2 goals maybe, hopefully, something like that. But yeah. They're showing the second Casemiro foul, by the way, and I'll be honest with you guys, it looks ridiculous. Like, he's an experienced player. What I don't understand about these experienced players is, right, due to the Casemiro red card, Sesko's coming off, Ugate's coming on. That's a strange one, guys. That's a very strange one. Neto, Esteval, Cole Palmer all coming off for Chelsea, and now Casemiro going off has forced Sesko to come off. Yeah, Ugarte is coming off. They took off a striker to put on Ugarte, so it looks like Ruben Amorim is just trying to keep the 2-0 lead and hopefully just win the game, see the game out 2-0. Doesn't look like he's going to want to try and get more goals or play attacking football. It looks like he's just going to try and see this game out, basically. But I wonder if Maresca is going to put on Garnacho. You know, I wonder, and then I wonder what the reception is going to be like from the United fans. Are the United fans going to show a bit of class and applaud him and thank him for the service he gave them? Or are they just going to boo him, whistle at him, give him a hard time? We'll see. And I wonder if he does, say for example he scores, does he celebrate? I mean, what would you do? I mean, you know, he hasn't been he wasn't at the club for that long, but you know, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion about this situation. I do hear a lot of people always debating it. You know, like when former players go back to their old club and they score against them, should they celebrate? Should they not celebrate? Like, you know, to be honest with you, it all depends on the situation. I mean, me personally, if I was at a club, I'd say more than 4 or 5 years, like a whole contract, then yeah, I wouldn't score. I mean, if I do score against them, I wouldn't necessarily celebrate with an oomph. I'll still celebrate for the for my fans that I have now, but I wouldn't celebrate in a sense where I'm gonna go crazy, like I'm gonna go all out, and I'm gonna be overjoyed and over happy, because it just doesn't look good to these fans that used to celebrate with before. You know, none of these players kiss the badge and all of that stuff, and you know, and then you go to another club and then all of a sudden you kiss that badge and you start saying, come on, it doesn't make sense. So it's all subjective. It depends. If you're there for a year, 2 years, and then they just sell you on, they choose to make money off of you because the club wants money, then now I'm celebrating. I don't give a shit, because you're just telling me that you sold me that I'm not good enough for you, or you just want to cash in on me, and I don't respect that. Like, yeah, I mean, I respect it if you do it after a while, or the player himself wants to go. But you know, sometimes certain clubs, they force players to go because they want the club to make money. And it always reminds me of that story that I heard Harry Redknapp talk about. You know, when he wanted to get rid of Benjani, not get rid of him, but you know, Manchester City wanted him, and Harry Redknapp was at Portsmouth at the time. And oh my God, what is going on? Maguire now wrestling with Cal Pedro. Oh, he didn't want the quick free kick to be taken. That's why he grabbed the ball and then. So yeah, Harry Redknapp, he was at Portsmouth at the time, and if you guys remember, there used to be a player called Benjani. He had those dreadlocks or cornrows, little ones, and he was a good player. He was a striker for Portsmouth, and he did pretty good. And then I remember Man City, when they started off, when they first, before the Arab takeover, because from what I remember, Man City had 2 takeovers. The first takeover came with a Thai person, some Thai owner, a guy from Thailand who owned like a beer company, if I'm not mistaken, or something. He came and bought Man City, and he brought in Sven-Göran Eriksson. And Sven is the one that wanted to buy Benjani from Portsmouth, and he's the one that bought a lot of these kind of like players that were doing alright in the Premier League, and he brought them over and he started to try and build, because this Thai owner wanted to build up Manchester City to a powerhouse. I always remember that story because Harry Redknapp literally says that he was trying to sell Benjani to Man City to get 4 million or 5 million or whatever it was, but Benjani didn't want to go. He told him, no, I'm happy here, boss. I want to stay at Portsmouth. Harry Redknapp was like, no, Benjani, son, big club, this, big money, whatever, you need to go. And it's a real funny story, and Harry Redknapp tells it really well. But apparently Benjani's in the airport and just let airplane after airplane after airplane go because he was so desperate not to go to Manchester City. He literally wanted to stay at Portsmouth because he was happy, he was scoring goals, he was doing things. But Harry Redknapp was like, no, you gotta go, the club needs the money, I want to get another player, whatever it was. So if he was to go back with Man City to Portsmouth and then score, by the way, yellow card for Enzo Fernandez, then I won't blame him if he celebrated against Portsmouth. And that's what I mean. If you get rid of a player for your own benefit or the club's benefit, then don't start crying when he celebrates scoring a goal against you. But if he was a servant for a long time, by the way, a free kick for Manchester United because of Enzo Fernandez on the left hand side. Buemo crosses it into the box. Reece James clears it. Cucurella clears it. James controlled it. Cucurella cleared it, but it's back at with Buemo. Dogu unlucky. You know what? And Buemo is doing well, but he's missing his partner Cunha. I think if Cunha was in the Man United team, Fofana gets fouled, free kick Chelsea. I think if Cunha was playing, it would be much different, much better a game for Manchester United. Buemo is trying, he's doing his best, but Cunha is the creativity at the moment at United. Like there isn't a real creative spark at Manchester United. When you look at the pitch now, and I'll go through all the players that they have on the pitch right now. A challenge on Ahmad. I was just about to mention his name as well. Yellow card for who's that? Who fouled him? Can I say it? No, Chalobah. So other than Ahmad, and even Ahmad, I wouldn't even really put him as a spark, but Ahmad is the only one you can see that, yeah, maybe in a year, 2 years time, he can grow into a great player, a spark for them. At the moment, I think it's Cunha. Cunha is the creative spark for them. The only one they have at United, to be honest with you. I mean, Mbeumo is trying to do something, but it's not like what Cunha does. Alright, free kick for Manchester United on the right hand side. Bruno Fernandes. It's about 40 yards out on the right hand side of the pitch. Is he going to take a short free kick? No, he's thrown it in the box. Chalobah clears it. Not a great free kick, to be honest with you. Should have let Mazraoui take it. Mazraoui's crosses and free kicks look much better than Fernandez's. Alright, Mazraoui is running with the ball. As I said his name, he grabbed it from his own half. He's running up forward. He's in the box. He plays it to Dogu. No, Ahmad. Ahmad on the ball now. Dogu. And he gets the ball gets taken away by Chelsea. That's what I mean. You see, this is what I said about Ahmad. Some would say to me, no, Ahmad is a creative player. Ahmad is a creative spark for United. Not really, because like just now, he gets the ball on the left hand side. He has the opportunity to do something, to be creative, but instead, no, he pulls it back and plays an easy pass to the first person he sees next to him. And that's what I mean. Cunha doesn't really do that. Cunha grabs the ball and he tries to, no matter what part of the pitch he's on, unless there's nothing on and he has to pass the ball, he will always run at defenders, try and create something, make the impossible pass, switch it from one side to the other. He does something. I was listening to Des Walker the other day on the overlap, and Des Walker said something very, very interesting that I actually really, really liked when he talked about it. It's like, you know, sometimes people say, oh, such and such is a great player, such and such. He turned around and said, why? What makes them a great player? You know? And then when he asks the person doesn't really give an answer. You know? And then he says, because a great player is someone that makes a difference on the pitch, that actually does something, you know. Passing it sideways to the next man and you're a midfielder doesn't mean anything. Anyone can do that. Anyone can make a sideways pass, literally. Like, that's not so difficult. What is difficult on a football pitch is creating play, is making something happen out of nothing. You grabbing the ball or grabbing the match and by the scruff of the neck, and make sure that you have an influence on the game. If you have no influence on the game and all you do is just pass to the side or pass to the next man, yeah, your passes might reach. Yeah, your accuracy might be good, but you're not having no influence on the game. You're not really doing nothing. Whereas if you do something, you make a run, you free up space, like Des Walker was saying, for example, certain players like left backs, right backs, all of a sudden you see them in a weird place on the pitch and you think, what are they doing there? No, they're creating something, making space, making runs, dragging players away from the important players on their team. Like, they're doing something, they're thinking with their head. They're not just playing within their position. And it's as soon as they get the ball, okay, I got the ball, I'm in my position, where's the next person? Let me just play it to the next person. No. That doesn't make you a great player at all. So please listen to that episode with Des Walker on the Overlap podcast. That's actually a great episode, because he's a proper footballing man. Like, when I say proper footballing man, as in a someone that you'd think still plays Sunday League football today. Like, he'll be talking like and say things like what me and my mates say, or my teammates say when we train or play on a Sunday. And I just found it very organic, and I found it very good and explained very well. So I really urge everyone to go and watch the Overlap podcast with Des Walker, a proper footballing man there, proper central defender there. But yeah, I'm not doing justice to what he said, but please go and listen to it, because it's really good, and what he says is absolutely true. A great football player is a player that makes changes on the pitch, that has an influence. And all this came from me talking about the creativity and the spark of creativity at Manchester United. They don't have any. They have no spark of creativity. The spark of creativity, like I said, the only one that you can say might be a bit of a spark of creativity is Cunha, and he's off the pitch. He's not playing right now. Buemo with the ball, and he loses out. Man United losing the ball very easy. They're becoming very sloppy. Chelsea got like 80% of possession. It's not good for Manchester United. The second half is a contrast different to the first half. Totally the opposite. They're trying to retain the ball now. Buemo. And that's another reason why Sesko got taken off and not Buemo, for example, or somebody else. Because Buemo is doing stuff on the pitch. He's not just passing it. He's going to get the ball back. He's fighting for it. He makes great runs. He runs with the ball. So although he's not the best and he's the most creative, but he is doing something. He's having an influence on the game. Whereas Sesko had no influence on the game whatsoever. I don't think he had even one shot on it. Dogu tried to cross it in. Chelsea clear it, but it's gone back to Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes on the ball. Crosses it into to Buemo. Buemo couldn't reach it. It's goal kick for Chelsea. Sesko didn't really do nothing. Didn't have a shot at goal. Didn't challenge the keeper. Didn't even hold up the play very well. You don't really see him. You didn't see him much. So he has no creative spark. He's gonna depend on other players to create, and then just give him the ball in the box, and then he just finishes. It's very lazy, that kind of striking play, and hence why he was taken off, and not somebody else. obviously you can also put it to the fact that United want to maintain a 2-goal lead and they don't want to lose this game, so putting on an extra sort of like defensive midfielder. Ooh, Chelsea's on the attack now. Santos bombing down the left hand side, coming in, passing 2 players. Oh, very well cleared up. Who was that? Luke Shaw? Who cleared that ball? But Chelsea still got it, by the way. Caicedo. What a ball. Nearly reached João Pedro. He tried to put a through ball through the Man United defence to João Pedro, but it looks like the Ligt just got to it and cleared it. Looks like they're getting Garnacho ready. Fofana looks injured, but it seems like they're going to get Garnacho ready to come on the pitch. So I want to see the reception Man United fans are going to give him. Fofana on the attack. Fofana plays it to the right hand side. Reece James, Fofana, Caicedo, Chalobah, Cucurella, Pedro, Pedro with a long ball all the way to Reece James. Reece James on the right hand side trying to cut through, crosses it. Anyone there? Santos climb, but Man United clear it. Fofana now gets the ball again. Fofana plays it to Reece James on the right hand side. James back to Chalobah. Chalobah to Cucurella. Caicedo. Fofana. Reece James. Well, they're keeping ball better, Chelsea now. Well, they were already because they had 80% of the possession, so they're not giving United any time on the ball. Santos under pressure by the Ligt. He's kind of pressing him. Fofana. Bruno tried to press Fofana. Couldn't. And Enzo now on the ball. Plays it to Fofana. So it's good by Chelsea the way they're keeping the ball. I like that. You see, this is what I like about football teams that understand football. Football is about maintaining the ball, keeping the possession of the ball. A lot of people don't understand that. They think, yeah, let's just give Barcelona the ball, let them play with it, or let's just stay off of it, let them have the ball, let them get tired. No. Football is about keeping possession of the ball and doing something with it. So the longer you can keep the ball, the more chance you have of actually scoring and doing something. When you make silly passes and you lose the ball too easily, most times you'll lose the match. More time than not, you will lose the match if you lose possession very easily and you can't maintain your possession. Yeah, there is the exception to the rule where sometimes teams hardly have any possession, but they nick a 1-0 or somehow end up winning the game. But more so than not, if your possession is bad, you will lose the game. Most times it's like that. However, Man United obviously being 2-0 up are thinking, well, let them have the ball. We're not coming out. We're not going to give them space because they're really kind of playing the low block now. Ooh. So yeah, again 5 at the back and a little bit of space for Santos. Now Pedro. Reece James crosses it in. Woo! The Ligt nearly scored a own goal. Thank God that one a bit too far by, and they're slapping him on the back of his head. Thanking God that the Ligt was there. Reece James, that was a very close ball. He tried to play either Caicedo or Cucurella, who came from the back. But the Ligt right there to just clear it. Buemo's coming off. Well, look, that's probably one of the best players for United today on the match. Oh, Cunha's coming on. Come on. Now you're going to see Man United play differently. Mateus. Oh. And Buemo is staying. Wait, what? No, Buemo's not coming off. But something strange is happening, guys. And Buemo was called to the sideline. I think his number was called. Ruben Amorim said, no, not you. Go back out there. Because I was thinking, why take off Buemo, who's your best player, and then put on Cunha, who's basically his partner? You should put them both on if you can. And that's why Ruben Amorim was like, no, go back out there. But who's coming off? Well, it looks like no one, because it's a corner for Chelsea. Reece James, corner. Oh, it's a goal for Fofana. Oh, no, offside. It won't count. I thought he scored, but it's offside. United fans are happy. Great ball by Reece James to come in. Yeah, he was well offside. He's right by the keeper. He's blocking Bayern there. He's well offside, and he headers it in, and it's offside. Yeah. Looks like Fofana is the one coming off, and Garnacho's coming on. What, Bruno Fernandes is coming off? I'm confused. So Fofana and Cucurella come off for Chelsea. Tyreek George and Gusto come on for Chelsea instead of Cucurella and Fofana. So Fofana, Cucurella come off, George and Gusto come on. But the United one, who's coming off for Cunha? I'm so confused. Oh, Mazraoui. So Mazraoui is coming off and Cunha's coming on. So a defender's coming off and an attacking player. That's very strange because United's already 2-0 up. And you put on Ugarte, you took off Sesko and put on Ugarte, and now you're taking off Mazraoui and you're putting on Cunha. That's very confusing because you've taken off a striker. Obviously he wasn't playing good, I get that. You're taking off a striker to put on sort of like a defensive kind of midfielder, who's rubbish by the way, and then now you take off an actual defender who's been playing good and you're putting on Cunha, an attacking player. So it's very strange. I don't know, maybe I'm not understanding what the Ruben Amorim is seeing, but I always thought that once you're ahead in the game and you want to hold on to that win and you want to play more pragmatic, then you don't end up putting on another attacking player and taking off a defender. I don't know, I'm so confused, guys. You let me know, because I don't really understand much. I can only give you my opinion and what I think, and I'm not no football expert, as you can clearly tell. So I always go off of how I understand the game and what I see and what I think is happening, and I don't understand that one. I didn't get it, but there might be some method to the madness that I don't understand, so it's all good. But yeah, I mean, Cunha's come on, and I wonder if Maresca is gonna put on Garnacho at some point. Possession again, Chelsea 76, United 24. It's about the same. Like I said, United is not caring about possession right now. They're just letting Chelsea have possession until they make a mistake, and it's like they're sort of trying to play on the counter attack because they're playing very deep. They got 5 at the back. Everyone's in their own half. Obviously each team has a player missing, so it's equally balanced on the pitch, right? It's not like United have one player more. And Bayern there, to be honest with you, hasn't seen much of the ball or anything, you know. He had to take the ball out of his back of his net just now. Obviously Fofana was offside, but other than that, he's just been chilling, which is a good thing because he's not a great goalkeeper. And I'm pretty sure they bought a new goalkeeper. Didn't they buy a new goalkeeper from Belgium? I'm sure they got another goalkeeper. What's going on? They're still playing Bayern there. They got rid of Onana and they're playing Bayern there. Dogu with a crossfield pass that doesn't reach and Chelsea get it back. See, when you lose balls like that, you lose the ball that easily. Like there was no there was not necessary for that player to do that. Not necessarily at all. Not necessary at all. He could have played a different pass rather than trying to do the difficult one, and then you lose the ball. And that's the problem with Man United. They just keep losing the ball. They just like give it away for nothing, for free. There's another game, guys, on at 8 p.m, which is Brentford Fulham, or Fulham Brentford, I should say. Fulham lineup: you got Leno in goal. The back four are Tete, Anderson, Bassi and Sessegnon. Two in front of them, Lukic and Berg. Midfield is Wilson, King and Iwobi. And up front they have Muniz, who got a goal taken off of him very unfairly. Right, Brentford, Kelleher in goal. Three at the back, Van der Berg, Collins and Pinnock. Coyote, Damsgaard, Henderson, Yarmulke, Lewis Potter in midfield. Thiago and Sade up front. Look, Chelsea does have possession. They're making most plays, but United look very comfortable. They look like they're gonna see this goal. They're gonna put on another defender, and they put Mason Mount on. Okay, so Lenny Euro and Mason Mount about to come on, and I wonder who they're taking off. And Buemo's coming off now, so Mason Mount obviously from Buemo. So it's pretty much like for like, other than Buemo plays slightly different. But he's getting a standing ovation from the United fans. Maguire's coming off. So it's kind of like-ish for like. Obviously, Lenny Euro is not a central defender. But yeah. Mount for Buemo and Euro for Maguire. So strange seeing Mbeumo at Manchester United, it's so strange. I mean, good for him, but it was. Right, 70 minutes, guys. 70 minutes. 70 minutes. 70 minutes on the clock. Right, there's about 20 minutes left. Chelsea, I would have thought, would have thrown everything at United just to try and even just get back to a draw. Very lethargic play from Chelsea. It's not really. Yeah, they're keeping possession, but they're not doing anything with it. Like Bayern, there, I told you, has not been challenged maybe just once. Like to say he's had a quiet day, it's even an understatement. Like, I don't even remember seeing him with the ball in his hand, kicking it. Oh, now he got a back pass. Ooh, she nearly lost. A foul on the keeper by who was that? João Pedro, George, Tyreek George went in like he shot to kill Bayern there. What is going on today? What's with all these players losing his head? He's just come on and just got a yellow card. That could have been easily a direct red or a straight red, if it wasn't for the fact that he had just come on. That was dangerous play, man. Ugarte plays it back to Bayern there. Bayern is about to kick it out. He came sliding in with his studs up, man. He's lucky. He's lucky his foot didn't hit Bayendir's leg. It was kind of like his side. Bayendir obviously getting up now. I thought he'd just waste some time now, but yellow card for Tyreek George. That was crazy. Where's your head at? Where's your head at? Where's your head at? That's what I sing every time I see one of these challenges from these players, like when they go crazy. Where's your head at? Where's your head at? Where's your head at? Bayendir with a free kick. I must say this game is slowed down big time. First half was much better. Second half is just very lethargic play from both teams. United don't really have possession much. They just keep giving it back to Chelsea. Chelsea just playing sideways, long balls, doing nothing. So yeah, it's become United on the attack now with Ahmad though. Ahmad on the right hand side. Plays it into Bruno. Bruno's trying to... Oh, that's a foul. Was that... Yeah, that must be a yellow card. Moses Caicedo chasing Bruno Fernandes and just took him down. Again, argy-bargy happening again. Chelsea and Man United players looking to fight. Looks like Ugarte and Santos, Enzo and Euro. Reece James here now. Reece James pushing Euro back, pushing Ugarte back. A lot of argy-bargy happening here today. That was definitely a foul. Bruno Fernandes tried to run on the right hand side, sort of like around into the box, and he kind of tried to dummy Caicedo, and Caicedo just tackled him. And then Caicedo went up to Mason Mount and must have said something, and then Ugarte just pushed Pedro, and then it kicked off from there. Very unnecessary, all of it, but you know, it is what it is. It's that high tension, the pressure, all of that. Right, Bruno Fernandes on the right hand side. It's about 35 yards out, very close to the sideline. He's just going to dump it into the box, just a long ball straight across into the box, and hopefully somebody... Well, he's no Declan Rice, so he's not going to place it on someone's head. They're not really known for set pieces. But here we go, free kick. Chelsea clear it to Euro. Euro to De Ligt. De Ligt throws it back in the box. Diallo came in and kicked it, but he miskicked it and it went out. Unlucky Ahmad, but that was a great chance. A good balling by De Ligt as well. So Bruno's ball got headed out, but headed out back to Dogu, not Euro, Dogu, and then Dogu gives it to De Ligt, and then De Ligt throws it back to Ahmad. Great ball by De Ligt, by the way, and then Ahmad tries to kind of like scissor kick it, but miskicks it, and then it goes past the second post to the far post and then out, even though Dogu tried to chase it. But yeah, as I was saying, it's slowed down, very lethargic, not a great second half. First half was good, even though fresh legs came on and stuff like that. But and maybe, ooh, that was dangerous. That was dangerous. A headed ball back to Bayendir from Dogu. He just tried to head it back, but it was a bit slow, and then Reece James chased it, nearly got to it, but Bayendir got to it first, luckily for United. Yeah, it doesn't look like Maresca's gonna put on Garnacho, maybe because he doesn't want the player to hear any kind of like boos or whistles, or maybe he'll put his head down or lose confidence or something. I don't know, but to be honest with you, I'd play him. I'd be like, yeah, you know what, here, take 15 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever it is, get a bit of match fitness and try and create something, because right now no one's creating nothing. To be honest with you, I just need Chelsea to score one goal. That's it. I just need Chelsea to score one goal, because I don't know if my... No, I've lost with the Tottenham game because I had Bournemouth to win. Sorry guys, I'm just checking my Super 6 predictions. I'm so sorry guys, there's not much to say. The ball is literally with Chelsea, it's sort of in midfield, constant sideways passing. United is not pressing, so Chelsea is just trying to find a way. They're not really finding a way. Now they have Gusto on the left hand side, tried to cross it in, but it's got United clear it. It's all gone back to midfield now. Yeah, so I've got United to win 2-1, so I just need Chelsea to score. I had Brighton to beat Tottenham 3-1. They were 2-1 up at some point and could have got another goal, but Tottenham got a goal back, so I ended up getting 2-2, so I didn't get no points for that. Then it's Fulham, Brentford, and then all of the games tomorrow, so I got to see what happens. I got 2 points so far, so it's not bad. I can't believe Luke Shaw is still playing for Manchester United. Honestly, I don't get it. Oh, Chelsea get a goal back! Chalobah with a header! I literally just said I need Chelsea to score! Oh my days! I literally just said I need Chelsea to score because of my Super 6 prediction. I had United to win 2-1, and then literally Enzo from the corner to Reece James. Reece James crosses it in, and then boom! Header from Chalobah. Great goal, unchallenged by any Man United player, just right there in the middle amongst all of them. Lenny Euro right in front of him. Don't know what he was doing. Just let him jump and headed it in, and Bayern they just stood there frozen watching the ball go in. Right, 2 for United, 1 for Chelsea. Game on. Let's see if Chelsea can get more goals. Hopefully not, because my prediction was 2-1, and that's what the scoreline is now. Let's see what happens, man. And that came out of nowhere, just from a corner. By the way, like I said, there was no creativity from either team. Chelsea just had majority of possession, but then they get a corner, and then Enzo quickly gives it to Reece James. Reece James very good with his crosses, obviously, and literally places it on Chalobah's head. Nobody's challenging Chalobah. Lenny Euro just standing in front of him, not even knowing he's behind him about to jump. He jumps, headers it, clean header, right into the bottom right corner. Bayern they just watch his goal pass. It's crazy, but it's 2 for United, 1 for Chelsea. So Chelsea get 1 back, and we're on 81 minutes, guys. So let's see what's going to happen. Right, so Man United had 10 shots on goal, 3 on target, whereas in Chelsea 4 and 1 on target, I believe. Sorry, I'm just getting a phone call, guys. Wow, look, Chelsea are going for it now. They're in the box again. Reece James again. Oof, Diallo had to get it away, and he did. Ahmad chasing it now. Oh, Cunha. I haven't seen Cunha yet. That's true. He's come on, but we haven't seen nothing from him yet. Bit of a slow start from him being back in the team, but yeah, he was chasing the ball now. Look, man, Ruben Amorim's decisions of his his changes are very strange, very very strange. He took off Mazraoui, who was playing very well, and then he put on Lenny Euro, who literally gave Chelsea the goal just now. And then he takes off Sesko and puts on Ugarte. Cunha. Bruno Fernandes going by himself. Solo takes a shot. Ooh! Saved by Jorgensen. That was a great shot by Bruno Fernandes. That was nearly 3 for United. All by himself, all on his own. If that went in, that would have been a great solo goal. Caicedo was chasing, but he was not going to get anywhere near him. And now Bruno Fernandes trying to, get the Stretford end to, get louder. Yeah, because the crowd went a bit quiet. I think that's what it is. They needed that injection, that spark. It's a corner for United now. Right in front of the Stretford end. Right, Bruno Fernandes on the ball with a corner. Let's see if any of them can get anything on this. Maybe they do another goal like Chelsea. Unlucky. Santos freed up. Chelsea clear it. Santos running now, but whew. United still on attack. Cunha taking the ball. He's crossed it in. Bruno Fernandes there by himself. Oh, he tries to play Ahmed in bad ball. But that was a great ball by Cunha into the box for Bruno Fernandes. But he couldn't do nothing with it. So he tried to play it back to Ahmed. And Ahmed just... It was a bad pass by Fernandes. Ahmed couldn't get to it. And then Chelsea get it back. But it's gone all the way back to Bayern there now. Right, we're coming into the 85th minute, guys, and it's kind of turned up a notch now. The second half, I'm not gonna lie to you, started becoming very slow, very boring, very tedious, but it's been cranked up a bit now by Chelsea's goal. Chelsea obviously wanting to get the equaliser, and United trying to put daylight between them with the third goal to make sure that they win this game. So now it's starting to heat up again, guys. They're cooking, both of them. João Pedro still on the... João Pedro's been very quiet of recent. Like, he hasn't done much. I had high hopes for him because I really like him as a player, as a striker. I would have had him at Arsenal. Like, even before they was talking about getting Victor Gyökeres and Sesko and whatever, and even Ollie Watkins, I was already... saying João Pedro, but obviously Chelsea and him, I believe he's a Chelsea fan, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, well, they all say that, but I think there's a picture of him in a Chelsea shirt when he was young or something like that. So he ended up signing for Chelsea, but I wouldn't have minded him at Arsenal either, I'll be honest with you. But saying all of that, he started off strong, but the last couple of games, few games, I've seen him no goals, very quiet. Bruno Fernandes coming off on 86 minutes and Kobe Mainoo. It's very strange that he plays him for like 4 or 5 minutes. I don't understand what's going on. You're talking about an England international. A player that has already proved that he's very well. And the fact that they were talking or he was talking about him leaving as well and wanting to get out of Man United is very strange that a lot of these players want out from United. United was a club where nobody wanted to leave. They had to force people out or force to sell people when they wanted to get out. Now everyone's just like rats jumping off a sinking ship. And that's not, I'm not saying that in a rude way to call them the actual animal. It's just the proverb or the phrase that I'm using, like rats jumping off a sinking ship, meaning that knowing that United is just going from bad to worse and they're sinking deeper and deeper and deeper and they just want to get out before they ruin their career, being stuck at this club that's going down. Because if you think about it, look at all these players that we mentioned at the beginning of the stream that that left United to go on and do well, like McTominay, like Højlund, like Rashford, like Sancho, like now as well Garnacho, although he hasn't played, he hasn't come on. Oh, unlucky. But I have a feeling that he didn't put on Garnacho because he doesn't want his mental to get affected. Because Maresca probably thinks I'll put him on, they're going to boo him with every pass he makes, every kick of the ball. There are going to be shouts and whistles, and it might affect his mental. He might get sort of like put his head down, start feeling dejected, and start feeling a lot of pressure, and that will carry on to other games and other games. So maybe he's trying to save him from all that by not playing him against his old team or his parent club. Because before, if I'm not mistaken, before loanees could not play against their parent club, which that rule has been changed recently, but I might be mistaken, guys. You can tell me in the comments. But if I'm not mistaken, they changed that, and now you can play against your parent club. But I just have a feeling Maresca. Ooh. Now Mount passes to Ahmad. Ahmad now on the right hand side trying to pass Chalobah. Chalobah's holding him down, and then Gusto comes and takes the ball away from him. Gusto finds Reece James, who plays it back to Enzo. What a ball. That was a handball though, wasn't it? Reece James controlled the ball. I thought it was a handball, but clearly it wasn't. So it was a throw in for Chelsea. Reece to Enzo. Chalobah. Enzo. Wonder how much injury time they're giving. Right, we're coming into the 90th minute, guys. Euro trying to chase the ball, but Chalobah being right there clearing it. Let's see how much injury time. 7 minutes. 9 minutes in the first half, 7 minutes in the second half. Where's the ref getting all this time from? I don't remember any injury. And then the Euro with the throw. Right, squeaky bum time, guys. Fergie time, guys. I guess all that's changed now. Liverpool's doing the Fergie time now, scoring in the last minutes and stuff like that. But I don't see where they got 7 minutes from. So Chelsea lost against Bayern Munich 3-1, and then 2 days later they lose against Man United 2-1. So yeah, 2 games in 4 days is a lot, but Chelsea has a lot of players, man. They can rotate easily and they can play different players, and but the fact that Cole Palmer gone off injured again, not good, man. I like Cole Palmer. I think he is one of the best English players right now. I mean, him, Declan Rice, Saka, Noni Madueke, Eze, the class of 2025, Bellingham. Listen, man, England due to win something, I'm telling you. Both European and World Cup, they have to, man. The generation of players they have now, I think would rival the golden generation. I know you're talking about Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard, Beckham, just in midfield and then other than everyone else, but I think the players they have now, because they've played overseas as well and have built up or have learned to play on the continent, which never used to happen before. And I used to always say that. I used to always be confused why English players only want to play in the Premier League. Why didn't they go out like all these French players, German players? But like every nation sends their players out to learn how to play on the continent, to strengthen the national team, to make sure that they're able to adapt and play on the international stage with all these other players. England for years, other than David Beckham when he went to Real Madrid, every single player played in the Premier League. The only player I remember other than David Beckham was Owen Hargreaves, who was at Bayern Munich and then later on came to Man United and Man City. Oh, Chelsea! That was a really good ball in. I wonder who that was. I didn't see who that was. Reece James again. Reece James with his delivery. And United goalkeeper Bayern there and his defenders managed to clear it. Is with Cunha now, but that would have easily been a second Chelsea goal. United really have to be careful here because they can give this game away. Cunha plays it to Ahmad. Oh, he's offside. I was going to say he was going to be one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but the flag went up straight away. I just want to see who cleared that. So a ball from Reece James on the right-hand side. What a ball. Yeah, Bayern there, and then De Ligt and Nagate go for it, and then it gets cleared. That was very dangerous. Chelsea's still going for it. Chelsea won the draw. They don't want to have 2 losses in 4 days. They want to have 1 loss, 1 draw. I must say, Reece James's crosses and his deliveries are outstanding. I mean, his set pieces are not Declan Rice set pieces, but his run on the George let it run. I think he wanted to get João Pedro in, so he let it go. But then the United Ugarte clear it, so it's a Chelsea corner. This is dangerous. Chalobah went up again. It's another corner for Chelsea. It looks like Enzo Fernandez is taking it now. There's only a couple of minutes left. Chelsea want this draw. Bayern there. Wow, this is the first time I've seen Bayern there play like this. He came out and punched it. Like, not no floppy punch. He punched it out far enough for it, for them to have to rebuild. Enzo. Ooh, he tried to get a penalty. Ref said play, get up and play on. Chalobah, very dangerous, nearly lost the ball to Cunha, but he got it back. Chalobah plays it to Enzo Fernandez. No, to João Pedro. João Pedro tried to cross it. Ooh. United did not clear it well. Reece James with the ball and he falls over. That was dopey, man. Reece James fell over his own feet. You gave the ball to United. Now United is like 3-on-1. Here we go. Play it. Oh. A technical foul from Tosin. Tosin fouls. I think it's Amad Diallo who had the ball and was running at the goalkeeper. I mean, he had to do that. No, so it's Cunha. Cunha was running with the ball. Ahmad was on his left, and then Tosin just fouled him just to get the to stop him from running at the keeper. He took one for the team, guys. Tosin, he took one for the team. Right, it's a free kick, guys, about 25 yards, 30 yards out for Manchester United. I wonder if Mason Mount's going to take it. No, they're going to take it quickly. So Ugarte straight to Dogu. Ahmad can't go nowhere. Mainu gets the corner for United. Very well played by Mainu. Right, we're getting to the 97 minutes, guys. The game should be the last attack by United because it's gone already past the 7 minutes. Looks like United's going to win this game, guys. Yeah, we're in the 97th minute. It's United 2, short corner. They're just going to hold it in the corner. And the ref blows the whistle, guys. United win by 2-1. So a glimmer of hope and a glimmer of light for United. They've got a win under their belt, guys. Well done. Congratulations to them. Off to the next match, guys. It's going to be Fulham, Brentford. I believe it was at Brentford, Fulham. Pardon me. Very nervous second half for Manchester United, to be honest with you. They played well in the first half, but second half, very nerve-wracking for them. Yes, guys, Fulham Brentford next, so enjoy that game. Might see you for another watch along. Congratulations to Manchester United. Congratulations to Ruben Amorim. And, finally they got a win under their belt. And let's end the stream, guys. Thank you for joining. Watch out for the podcast, Gun Shop Talk, and watch out for the review of the weekend's Premier League. I wasn't able to do it last week. I did do the preview. I didn't do the preview this week. Like I said, I got builders in the house. A lot of things is happening, guys. So it's a bit of a mayhem and a melee at my home at the moment. But we shall have more content coming soon. But look out for the Gun Shop Talk podcast with yours truly. I'll see you there.